Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. Kind of in the middle of the holidays here. I'm still sort of taking partial breaks, sometimes not. Working on some big projects, but oh well, figured I'd take some time to do some streaming here today. So we're going to have a look at MX Linux. MX Linux 17 is the one we're going to be looking at. This one came out just a few days ago, December 15th, I believe. And I downloaded it about then in case I had a spare few minutes to do a quick recorded video of it, but didn't get there, so I decided I'd go ahead and do that one here today. This is one of the ones that I generally would recommend to new users, although it is slightly different than some of the layout you might be used to, but, you know, for the most part, we're going to kind of dive into it. So, let's see who's online. So, Chateur, greetings. Bitblocks, hello. Lamer Linux and Fat Elvis, hello there. And who else? Antic Designs, hello. I hope you guys are all enjoying your holidays as well. Zyphoid Priceless, good evening. Analog IDC, hello. Lamer Linux. So I know MX Linux is great. Love Linux Lite as well. They're always fighting to be on top. Yes, they are.
Greetings and salutations, KO2610.
Well, thank you. Katie decided to come up and say hello. Greetings, LJ. How is Chicago doing? I wonder if you're about as cold as we are here. Hello, Chip. Let's see. Albert Crow, hello there. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm going to push start recording on this guy here just so we can kind of get started. And who else do we have? Reedon, how's it going there? Leland Collins, hello. And Michael Griffin, greetings. So leave any questions or comments you have on MX Linux, and if I can't answer your question, then I believe that Lamer Linux runs this, so he might be able to answer it for you as well. So,
Hello, KO2610.
Hey Joe, how are ya? Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and jump up to look at their website real quick. Let's see, where am I going here? There we are. Kitty, what are you doing? Kitty's being crazy. All right, so here is MX Linux website. This is their main site. Basically, this is a nice Debian, very light Debian-based system that runs the XFCE desktop, and they've done a lot of things to this to really make it work pretty well. And so pretty much we're just going to have a look through this, and this is not a full distro review. This is just a quick look. Mostly I do these quick looks just to introduce people to different Linux distros. That's kind of what my goal is. I want to show you how it works, what the installation is, tell you a little bit more about the installation, and figure out how to do some basic management stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be doing this in a virtual box. So I have the information here on the release notes. So again, it was released December 15th, and they do have the 32 and the 64-bit versions available, which is good for those folks that want those older 32-bit processor versions, and it would work pretty well under these. They don't have a lot of system resources here. And so you can see that they've updated some of the packages. Firefox is using 57. VLC is 2.7-1. We have Clementine. Email client is Thunderbird 52. We have a 5.4 LibreOffice. We have Lucky Backup, which I've never used. Passwords and Keys, and XFCE Terminal. Let's see. Themable notifications, and then a variety of other things. You can dig through this on the blog post here on the site. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and boot up the virtual machine, and while we're doing that, we're going to switch over the comments while that's booting up. So we're going to go ahead and power this guy on and have a look at some comments. All right, so I'm going to move the comment screen to the other screen there for that. Let's see. All right, Joe, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You as well. It's 16 Fahrenheit where I live. Yeah, it's about that. Where's that here? Oh, it's somewhere between 10 and 18 here in State College. So that's exciting to know. Let's see. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is staying warm. Yep. I had to crank up the heat a little bit so the furnace has a chance to keep up with outside. Los Angeles, huh? All right, let's see. Currently over 600 Linux distributions. When will you be finished? Never. Then this is why there's some I just, I won't even bother looking at, Seems new here, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Yes. Tinlat, greetings. Antique and Stuff, hello, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys all as well. Well, if I can find my screen with my MX Linux there, let's just go ahead and do this one. We'll do that one. Oh, don't push stop streaming. That would be bad, wouldn't it? All right, here we are. Now we're on the MX desktop. So with the MX desktop, we have the conky going up here so you can see the system processor, how much space is used on the hard drive. You can see we're only using just shy of 300 megabytes of RAM on this guy, and CPU's doing nothing right now. You can change the settings in this and toggle it on, toggle it off from the menus. This is the basic install. I've installed it and I have updated the packages. That's all I've done. So anything else that we see here, what we're going to do is just kind of walk through everything. So of the various things that I like to look into, first, how usable is the desktop? We can right click, we can create a launcher, we can create a URL link, we can create a folder, or we can create a document. And so there's already a lot more functions in here than a lot of distros. Even Windows doesn't even have all of these options, I don't believe. I don't think they have the URL link option. And then, of course, we can run a command. We can open the terminal here. We can open Thunar in root. So Thunar is the file manager here. We can open this in root. A lot of different fun things we can do, arranging the desktop items. And here's your desktop settings. So inside of your settings, you can adjust your images. I like that you can adjust this without having to click apply or anything like that. So there's a lot of really cool images in here. I'm just going to kind of find one to stick with. That's a little too bright, I think. That's pretty cool. I want to find something that says MX Linux, so you guys know what I'm looking at if you come onto the stream late. I think this is cool. I'm going to stick with this desktop there. We also have the menu options. So this is what will show the applications menu in the right click. So here's your application. So I can right click and view those applications, which I can toggle on, toggle that off, and then I can show the icons in the menus as well. So if I toggle this guy off, then when we go and look at the applications, it will just give us the titles instead of giving us the icons. A lot of cool things you can do with that. Here's your icons. So if you do want your icons on your desktop, I usually do. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we can choose our icon size. So we can make our icons larger or smaller as we see fit. Let's see what happens if I do 64. That looks okay. There it goes. So we can adjust our icon sizes just inside the menu. Icon tooltip size. So we have the tooltip options, and we can actually toggle on or off your tooltips. Now, one of the things that is going to be a little bit different for new users to Linux is that they have the system configured to set a single click to open a file instead of a double click. A lot of people are used to that double click at this point in time. Some people, when you get used to the single click is awesome. That's one of those weird things that they've done that for a distro designed for new people, it's not quite as user-friendly, but and there is a way to change that back. I can't remember how to do it. If somebody does know how to do that, let me know in the comments there, and I'll come back around and add that. So I got this cat like bothering my mouse. It's just kind of crazy there. All right, so here's your properties menu. You can set emblems, whatever else. And so the theming of this is going with a dark theming. Well, I guess a kind of dark theming. Kind of dark around the borders, light in the middle there. We do have options for your theming systems. If we come into the network, let's see if it actually detects my network or not. Another one of the cool things in the install that I'm not going to show you here because this is already installed, but as you're walking through, there's a lot of the settings that a person might need to actually come in and make the changes, such as what is the format of the clock, what are some of the administrative accounts, things like that. Those types of things you actually set in the installation, so I didn't actually have to come in here. It looks like browsing my network is not exactly working there. So I'm not sure if I can get to my network or not. There is an option to enable or disable network, so apparently it can't get to my network right now. I'm not quite sure why that is. Whatever. So we're going to come down here, and if you come down into your settings, first up here, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I know that. Thank you. Any more? Geesh. All right, so if you come down here, you have your all settings, your lock the screen, your switch users, and your logout buttons. So this is where you can go for all settings. And so what we're going to do is just kind of have a quick look through this guy. And this is one of the ones that there's just so many settings in XFCE that it's just something that a lot of people really kind of like about it, that it does have a familiar look to it. You have the search functionality. You have the favorites lists, you have your applications menu. That's why a lot of people like XFCE, all for that, and it's really light. The downsides, it's not quite as easy to get looking like a more modern system than others, but that's quite okay. Here is your appearance. This is kind of what I mean, like you're kind of limited in the colorations, just kind of by picking these guys how they are. But there are ways to actually get into the configuration files, making the changes. If you're like a terminal or a configuration file geek, you have access to all of that information. Here's your icons. I'm not a huge fan of these new modern flat icons. Most of you people know that, but they do have a lot of options for these. So I kind of like these Tango ones. Those are kind of cool. Here you can adjust your fonts and your toolbar styles. And then we can go back to our all settings again down at the bottom. So that was that. I think we've already looked at the desktop settings. We can adjust all our desktop settings. So you can see there's a lot of things in here, but it's not all that easy to get super lost in the configuration. So there are just about as many options as you find in KDE, but it's not quite as easy to get lost in it. We do have the MX tools, so boot repairs, menu editors, user manager. The live USB maker is nice. This is that feature that I really like on Linux Mint, where I make a lot of USBs, things like that. Snapshot. I believe this is going to make a snapshot of your system. I'm not going to go into there right now. So here's your Conky settings. So you can actually stop and start Conky just like that. You can make adjustments to various things. So if you do want to adjust your colors, you can do that. And so you'll actually just be able to see here from your color settings where you want your color. So like I can see my color 3 isn't going to work if I'm running a dark background. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to a lighter gray. So we'll see it'll reload in a little bit lighter gray there. So that's a very nice Conky manager there. So we're going to go ahead and close that. All right. So let's see. We have our codecs installer and an NVIDIA installer. So if you happen to be running an NVIDIA card, you have the ability to do that. Your codecs here. I'm not sure if not sure what's actually set right in here by default. All right, so here, if you do want to install your codecs, you can go ahead and go into there and do that. So these are those tools that really make it easy to install your codecs, install your custom drivers for some tools. I don't think they have all of the drivers, like Linux Mint and Ubuntu has the full proprietary driver thing. It'll scan your system for any possible proprietary drivers. I'm not sure if this has that or not, but we have a lot of other features inside of there. Let's see if there's anything else in here worth looking at right now. Probably a lot, but that's kind of what I like to see about that. Let's jump over and look at comments real quick, and then we'll come back to this. I see a lot of folks are on right now. All right, let's see. Greetings, Ratmar from Croatia. How's it going there? Main and independent distros for me, but MX team kept their promises. All right. Okay, seems to run pretty good, especially honest on the hard drive. Been trying for a week, and it's amazing to run fast without seeing any virtual RAM. Yeah, even on a VirtualBox, this thing runs flawlessly. I kind of want to run this on my media PC behind me, just to kind of see how it works over there for a while. That might be a good one to do. I'm going to get my name laptop and my Chromebook with no problem so far. All right. Greetings, Gregory. Just hopping on here quick. Let you know I responded with a link in our discussion over at Linux Lite. Doesn't want to include WaterFox. Cool. Yeah, that's something I've been mentioning lately. It's like I'm not sure I'm trusting Firefox these days. So WaterFox, I think what prevents WaterFox from really taking off a lot more is the fact it's not in any distros I know, or any repos that I know of. It might be in some, but then it's like we're looking at the various options. Opera's kind of weird. Brave, I have some issues with Brave. There's Vivaldi, which I don't know as much about. I believe there's a lot of elements that are closed source, and we have Chrome. So our browser situation right now in the open source world's a little bit of a mess. I'm doing WaterFox in most of my things right now for the meantime. So I'm going to look into that. Here's my MX setup, imager.com. Cool, yeah, I'm not going to load it up right now anyway. But we can go over there and have a look at that one, see what his looks like. Single click is stupid. Opening files when I want to select them. Disabled single click under the mouse settings in Manjaro. Let's check that real quick. Mouse and touchpad. I do not see that as an option here. I wanted a mouse and touchpad, and there's double click time and distance, but there's no way to toggle it on or off. I don't know, I'll have to keep looking. Does distro recognize a RAID hard drive? I don't know. Okay, to double click stuff, go to MX Tools, Tweaks, and click the Others tab. All right, let's go ahead and look at that real quick. All right, we're going to go into our MX Tools. Where'd my MX Tools go? Oh, Kitty, stop clicking my mouse. There we go. Let's say MX Tools, Tweaks. And other. Okay, so enable single click on desktop, enable single click in Thunar. Okay, so and that's actually cool that you can toggle them separately. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so now we should have double click turned on. Good. So if you're looking for double click, there it is. Thank you very much, Lamer Linux. That's awesome. All right, so that works. Okay. See you later, Lamer Linux. Okay, so yes, it does recognize rate, but the time fast distribution, even running from USB 3, runs great. That's Dave to make a persistent vid tutorial for MX. Cool. Oh! Lost my place again. Lost my place. Me, I don't recommend MX to new users. I recommend people who isn't a new user but not an advanced user. Okay, cool. Yeah, 61 concurrent on here right now. Yeah, the desktop is looking pretty cool. I don't care about MX Linux. Just like this kind of streams in the background while I'm doing stuff. Awesome. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't like the bar on the side. I mean, it's easy to move, but it just kind of throws me off a little bit. It's kind of, although, you know what? This might actually be a good distro for me to run on those PCs that I use to run AWS on, because I really like the bar on the side with Unity, and I think this might actually be a good distro replacement for those. Now it's far better for newbie Linux. Yeah, it's yeah, we can have a discussion. Is it better or is it worse for the newbies? I don't know. That's interesting. Lose line of data at the bottom or align it better. Yeah, and one of the things though that you can do is you can actually run multiple toolbars. So, what hardware do I have? This computer here is running a Core i5 3570K with 32 gigs of RAM. So I'm actually running this as running a virtual box which has 8 gigs in it. That's kind of what I'm running here. I use Chromium. Yeah, I use Chromium on a lot of things. Is it Debian-based or Ubuntu-based? It is Debian-based. I've been using MX Linux for about a week and stuck i3 on it and compile i3 gaps. Polybar, installed Rofi, works beautifully. Sweet. All right. Ubuntu stinks right now. Yeah, I don't know. I want to go ahead and look at Ubuntu again. I've not looked at Ubuntu since right before they finally released the 17.10. So I actually want to go and look at the 18.04 previews, the pre-alpha stuff, and see what it looks like. But I don't know. I'm curious. There are problems with one-man dev shows. You have to wait for their mercy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, I think that's a reason Waterfox, I'm guessing you're talking about Waterfox. Waterfox is in the R repos in Manjaro. Cool, good to know. Firefox sins have not crossed my hard line in the sand yet. They're kind of getting me to it. PayPal took me off the other day. I just closed the account. That's a hard one. Hey, Pizza Lovin' Nerd, how's it going there? Need video ideas. Pizza Lovin' Nerd, do some distro reviews. Do I don't know, geeky stuff. Like I'm starting a Nextcloud series. Let me know what you want to see in Nextcloud. I'm putting together a variety of things. I'm having problems getting, like, I have the Calibora set up so I can run the full thing like Google Docs. But then every time I was trying to overlay my a stun server over top of that so I can do video conferencing, things were crashing. But then I figured out it was the ISP where I was at kept blocking my Calibora server. And so I got to test it from here where I have better internet access. So do geeky things. Get yourself a couple of Raspberry Pis or Arduinos and do geeky projects with it. There's something fun you can do. MX, it's based on Antix, Debian. Yep. Use 16.04, getting tired of it. Yeah, I still run Ubuntu Mate 16.04 for my backup systems, and I like it. Although I did find it's installing updates automatically, and that kind of pisses me off, especially being as that it's a distro that's specifically to a distro that doesn't get used a lot. It's just for my backup data, because the last thing I need that thing to do is crash on me because I've installed a bad update. And I have not figured out. It's just all of a sudden, it's like, for whatever reason, the update manager pop-up thing under window shows up every now and again. I click it, it goes away, and I didn't realize it was installing updates. It has been installing updates without my authorization for a while, and I need to look into that. Or maybe just change the distro I'm doing that on. I don't know. I found it intolerable the way they handled my issues. Yeah, PayPal is a little kind of crazy. Didn't leave. I was correcting myself with how to double click stuff. Oh, okay. Alright, my New Year's resolution is no more BS, only doing business with the very best companies. Yeah, good luck with that, honestly. Like, there's companies I do business with, it's like, I just don't have an option. Because it's like, I mean, you have no option for internet then. I mean. Did you finally settle on Mate or Cinnamon or what? Yeah. Is there a way to make XFCE run like Unity? Well, I mean, what do you mean by run like Unity? Oh, there it is. There is a way. Yep. Okay, just done with it. eBay is getting close too. Don't need them anymore. They're a trash company. Yeah, I don't have an eBay account. I occasionally buy things from there as a guest, and that works well enough for me. I recommend Linux Mint to new users, not MX, although MX is very nice. Rock and Manjaro, the best out there. Yeah, it's like, Linux Mint Cinnamon is still on my #1 recommended. Manjaro right now would probably be #2. I would still include MX Linux and Peppermint up there high on the list. I wanted to include Solus, but I'm not sure I can. I think there's just too many problems with Solus still. Waiting for Waterfox 57 come out before I switch. Oh, I hope they don't break all of the legacy plugins, because that's why I'm actually running Waterfox 55 on a lot of my things, because the legacy plugins broke at 56, some of the ones that I needed. Alright, I only have 4 gigs of RAM. MX works pretty great. Yep, that's good. It's no issue in MX16. It'd be interesting to get this issue in your hardware. Oh, wait. MX16 a couple times, but one particular bug annoys me. The system always defaults to maximum screen brightness on startup. Ooh, I don't know. That's an interesting thing to look at. That'd be neat to install on one of my laptops and see what happens. I love the Nextcloud. Yeah, my Nextcloud's working pretty good. We're doing some collab stuff with it, and I'm actually able to store and sync some documents up there, and it's nice encrypted. And I can actually go into my file server and look at how encrypted it actually is. Pretty cool. I used Opera, but the new Opera I really hated. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of what Opera's been doing lately. I have Raspberry Pi. Cool. Do some videos on that. That'd be fun. Okay. Other issues I have is some of the distros are printers and getting them to work. I know the printer drivers for both my printers are available from Brother, but I'm restricted to RPM or DAB. Well, I mean I know the brother printers come in RPM. Oh, you mean that they only allow the download in RPM or DAB? Yeah, I can see that. I know for me, my Brother printers work perfectly fine, but the scanner components I'd need to install the proprietary drivers for. I'm a beginner, and MX has been very easy for me to use. Started with Mint. Ubuntu seems to hate me. I'm going to stick with MX 17 on my laptop and VirtualBox. Cool. Yeah. So that's good. I'm just sick of the incompetence. I get you there. I get you there. Absolutely. My opinion, I recommend Linux Lite for new users more than I recommend Linux Mint. Right? I feel like Arch has more software on R than Ubuntu repositories. Yeah, it does, I think. It's just a pain to get it working right all the time. People are so dumbed down, it's terrible. Start with Ubuntu, having a hard time figuring out Arch terminal commands. Yeah, I like Debian. The computer behind me, you can't see it because I'm on the comment screen, but the computer behind me is running Debian right now. And I like Debian. I have a few problems on this computer, but, you know, they're tolerable issues. I'm still having volume issues. I'll do a live stream at 6 maybe. Let me know. Okay, so 6 tonight, your time would be 6, 7, 8. That'd be 9 my time, I think. Yeah, I might try and catch that pizza. Maybe. All right. I'll check and see if you're on. If you're on pizza, I'll go watch your live stream. Try many distros. I seem to stick to Debian and Fedora as my favorites. Hello and cups is the solution. Okay, I'm going to start a series on free software vs paid software if I can get Minecraft to work. First episode of Minecraft versus Mindtest. Yeah, Brother scanner is the issue. Yep. Yeah, that's the Brother scanner. Like I have an Epson scanner and a Brother scanner. The Brother scanner, I haven't bothered getting to work because the Epson scanner, it just automatically works with everything. All right, let's go ahead and jump back over to the distro. All right, so now let's have a look at the software that is installed by default. So over here, let's see, we have here's our accessories. One of the things I don't like is I don't like how small the window can be, but the cool thing is you can make it bigger. So here is under accessories. So this is one that some people might like the sheer number of applications. Some people might find it a little bit bloaty. So we can have the Conky Manager, Conky Toggle on or off. Here's your Lucky Backup. Is this another file manager? Okay, a terminal-based file manager. Okay. All right, okay. I can see a terminal-based file manager too. All right. As long as it didn't have too many things on it. Too many of the same applications doing the same things. So we have a task manager, and I thought that HTOP was also on here, so we'll have a look. So we do have CD and DVD burning applications. This is something, some people like them being pre-installed. Games, we have Chromium, BSU, we have Solitaire, Hearts, Breakout, Mahjong. So a lot of games pre-installed. So for people used to games being pre-installed on a system, that's pretty cool. We have GIMP, we have a scanning application, LibreDraw, and a basic image viewer. Under Internet, we have Firefox, we have the GNOME Dial-Up, we have HexChat Transmission, and Thunderbird. So pretty much one good app from everything there. We have the also Audio Mixer, which is good. Let me see which one this one is. Oh, that one's a Terminal 1. I have no idea how to use the Terminal 1. I'll have to figure that one out someday. All right, Clementine for music. So I think Clementine's a good choice. In fact, I really got used to liking Clementine when I was running my OpenSUSE desktop, and that was actually a pretty fun build. And I kind of like that. MPT client for MP3 players. GUVC View, which is good. We have Pulse Audio, SM2, browse and search videos from YouTube. We have VLC. I want to look at the SM2 real quick. All right, so basically just an application that allows you to do some things. So if you go to switch to Linux, oh, look at this guy. This guy's a weirdo, I hear. That switch to Linux guy. He's kind of crazy. All right. Multimedia. Here's your MX tools. So everything that's in the MX tool screen that we saw is right there. Here's your Office. So your Office, we have the FB Reader. We have our full LibreOffice. We have the orange calendar, global time, PDF Shuffler. PDF Shuffler, by the way, is a really cool application. I use this when I'm doing my my digital backups of taxes and things to make sure things are just moved. You literally open up a PDF and it will allow you to just drag and drop the various pages to wherever you want. Really cool application. We have a dictionary, and then we have our basic settings. Everything that's up in your settings app you'll have down there. And then we have our system. We have our disk managers, live USB creator, GDEB package installer, gparted, HTOP is on here. So a lot of different applications. So we do have a full suite of all of the different applications you might want to use. So everything there is nice. Let's go ahead and see how easy it is to add something to the side. I don't remember. So let's see. Can I just drag and drop something? Create the launcher. Yep, there you go. So you can drag and drop it, and there's some Linux games. I'm really bad at this game, so I'm not going to play it. Audio does work great, though. So audio worked. So here's your package installer. So this is Synaptic Package Manager. Now, one of the things I found, though, is that not all of the applications are here. And this could be a... so here's... let me do Chromium as well. So we have Chromium BSD, Chromium Shell. I think this is... not sure if this will give you the full Chromium. Here's Chromium up here. So I was actually not seeing this earlier. Maybe it just got itself updated and is working properly now. There was, I did not find Chromium in this the first couple times I looked. You'll see WaterFox is not in here, but it appears to be in here now, so that's good news. Let's see if OBS is in here. OBS Studio's in here, so that's good. So here we have our applications. There is another tool, which I believe is in our MX Tools. So here's our MX Package Installer. So this one's, if you're not quite used to Synaptic Package Manager and you want to browse by categories a little bit easier, this is a little bit better of a system. You see we have Chromium allowed, we have Google Chrome, NetSurf, Opera, Pale Moon, Cubezilla, SlimJet. So maybe Pale Moon might be the option to use if you're not really interested in running Firefox. Clausmail. I'm going to want to look into alternatives to Thunderbird as well. Here's extra file managers, FTP servers. Here's various games. So we do have the Steam client here, Play on Linux over here. Let's see. So we have Kodi Media Center. So you can see there's just a wide variety of applications. I find that this one's easier to use if you don't really have the good framework as to how to go ahead and find the packages in Synaptic, or you don't know exactly what you're looking for. This would be a good one. Looks like we have some extra, oh, not server. We might have some extra themes here as well. So we do have a couple options for your package managers. So that kind of is MX Linux. Let's look at your panel. You can, let's see, we can move the panels. I gotta remember exactly how to adjust the panels. All right, so now that it's like that, we should be able to drag it and drop it around. I think you gotta grab the tool up there. So you can literally put it in the middle of your screen if you want. A little annoying, but you can do that. And then, let's see. So here is the vertical. Here's a horizontal panel, desk bar version. So you can kind of decide which options you want for that. So the panel is pretty nice in that you can adjust it accordingly. Go ahead and relock it so I don't accidentally move anything around. So that is how you just do your quick panel adjustments. So those are kind of your basics here on MX Linux. Let's go ahead and have a look back at the comments. What else we got? Let's see. I'm an arch guy to this very day. Awesome. Mine tests all right, but you have to mod the heck out of it. Loving the Antergos deepen. Sublime. Does anyone know how to fix this error for Minecraft? Nope. Someone else. Help them out. Sadly, love your choice in printers. You have great taste. I got sick of pretty much every printers. Like Brother are like the only printers I will buy anymore. They just seem to work for me, and I don't have any problems fighting with them. So, greetings, Anna Rita. How's it going? You have a good Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, that is. Yeah. I got most of the Christmassy stuff out of the way early, and then I just kind of made myself very secluse on Christmas Day, and I was fighting with my Nextcloud server all Christmas Day, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Let's see. So you're on Fedora 2, 26, or 27? Yeah. Yep, that's a question for Tinlat. All right. Did you watch Brian's 2017 vid? Yes, I think I did. I watched a couple of his in the last couple days, so I'm pretty sure I did watch it. All right, Tinlat, see you later, man. Stay warm. Thing I didn't like about MX17, which running with Dolphins made a video about to fix, thanks to Zeb, is the home folder as root and break your MX. Wait. Make the home folder as root. Oh, so if you make your home folder as like setting it as root or opening it as root, I don't know. We'll have to try and break it. Since it's a virtual box, we can fix it, right? Mom, my new pajamas my wife gave me for Christmas. Very cool. Drinking hot cocoa. The wife gave me 2 on the blanket. It's very good. Very good. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Open Thunar. Right-click the home folder. Okay. I'm guessing open Thunar here. Right-click the home folder. Ownership to root. Ownership to root. Do not click that because it breaks the home folder. Let's click it. Well, everything seems to be working. Of course, we're on 17. I'm not sure if it's fixed on this one or not. I clicked it. I clicked the button. All right. You probably got by DZME Linux. All right. Click on that by the accident wanting to run to the home folder as root. Okay. Synaptic added screenshots and icons. It'd be the best package manager ever. Probably. Greetings. Kitty, stay on screen. The kitty's trying to get to the Temptations. Loving using MX Package Manager. Pizza, same channel name. Pizza channel, same name. Yes, Pizza Loving Nerd is the channel name for him. Right. Chateau, do you like Solace? I still do want to give Solace Budgie a try before I make my final verdict, but it might get knocked off my top list for this year. Alright, let's see. Running with Dolphins seems to be high-quality developers. MX16 was a good experience on early. Yep. A video on cool tech items I got for Christmas. I didn't see that one yet, Pizza Loving Nerd. I'll watch it eventually, though. Oh. There we go. Fix on the main system. Voyager is pretty good. Man beating Maritime. Voyager is pretty good. Pretty great. My man been meaning to tell Tom. Oh, Voyager. Voyager? Which Voyager? Okay. Dogs are greater than cats. Known fact. Not a chance. See, here's the thing. I can leave my cats home alone for a week without having anyone come by and check on them. Dogs can't even leave them for a couple hours. Well, you can't go a couple hours, but you know. Linux Mint fan, no matter what distro I try, Linux Mint is the distro I always go back to. Yep. Yeah, I hope Ubuntu does get their stuff together. Kitty looks like it wants some turkey treats. Yep. Thing about cats, they get rid of mice. Would you use MS Office if it came as a dev file? No. You know, The thing with MS Office is I can write something in LibreOffice, save it as a docx, and it doesn't have a problem running on Office. So I can share files back and forth between people. But the thing is that I just don't trust Microsoft as much. And so, and why would I want to pay for Microsoft Office when LibreOffice can do everything Microsoft Office can do that I know of? I mean, I wrote, my last book was entirely written and published entirely on LibreOffice. Well, I mean, some of the production stuff had to go off to to Sigil for the ebook and Calibri for the ebook production stuff. But everything was produced on open source software on Linux. So I personally wouldn't use it if it came on a deb file. Maybe if I had to deliver high quality files to somebody and someone else paid the bill for it, I wouldn't have a problem, but yeah, I'll run Windows in a virtual box for that. Ubuntu blowing up Lenovo because it's Ubuntu. Outside Tac took down a bird once and left its body on the porch. Yeah. No one trusts Microsoft, no one with a brain. Dogs actually genuinely care about my well-being. Cats could care less if I live or die. Right, Kitty? You could care less, huh? I don't know. My kitties like hanging out with me. I don't know about you guys, but my kitties, I think my kitties would be sad if I go away, right? Would you be sad if I go away, or would you just eat my body? There's a question. If you died and you're a cat person, would your kitties be sad to see you die, or would they just eat your body? I mean, there's a thought. All right. Well, I think we got to the bottom of this guy, and I'm going to get back. I have some other work I need to go take care of yet tonight. So I'm going to jump off here, but we're going to go ahead and end this stream right by feeding the kitty, because the kitty is actually a paid employee of this place. I guess before I do that, I will just let you know the schedule. Tomorrow, I may or may not do a video. I just don't know. I am going to attempt to do a live stream on the Christian channel, though, tomorrow. I'm targeting for 9, but I'm going to go have dinner with some friends, and so it might be closer to 10. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen. We're going to try and live stream on the Christian channel tomorrow. Our Walk in Christ is the channel name. And I'm not sure if I'll have a Linux video up tomorrow or not. You know, it's possible. I may not. So that's kind of what that looks like. And we will be back to the regular schedule at starting on the 2nd. So or maybe the 1st. I don't know. I might go back to my regular schedule starting the 1st. Not sure yet. But anyway, that's what's in mind. I have some fun things coming down the pipeline, and that is that. So Kitty, apparently Kitty, let's see. Alexis is watching you. Your cyber girlfriend was looking at you, Kitty. That's right. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and end this guy right. Whoa, temptations. Oh, this way. For the camera. For the peoples. Oh, this way. For the peoples. Yeah. And one more. Over here. Yeah. Are they finger looking good? Yep. They are finger looking good, apparently. All right, folks. Have yourselves a wonderful new year, and we will catch you guys later if I don't see you sooner. Thanks for hanging out, and hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.